edit that out. Hello. How's it going?
Good.
Jordan Williams, principal here at Charleston Middle School. An interview for the PE teacher. So, first question, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Russia, and my family moved here when I was 4. I graduated top of my class at the age of 13, and went into chemistry, and just kind of got bored with it, and I was fascinated by the sport of volleyball, so I decided to try my hand at PE.
So, what makes you interested in this position as a middle school PE teacher?
I feel like I work well with kids. I've coached racquetball the last 5 years, and I just feel like this is my calling, and this is what I need to be doing.
Do you prefer teaching at an elementary or secondary position? I know this is middle school, but what position? There are other ones that are available. So.
Secondary, I think, would probably be best. The kids that I have coached have been older, and I don't feel like I could handle the younger kids as well. So secondary would definitely be the better.
What tasks do you feel that you find most difficult as a teacher?
Well, I believe that classroom management is kind of difficult, but I don't think that would be the most difficult. I think the most difficult is probably getting all the teachers on the same page as far as working together to make the school better as a whole.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about a little bit about your personal physical education program and what you would do in the class if we were to walk in and see what you're doing. So what are some components you see you value as a quality physical education program?
Students don't get to spend much time in PE. I know most schools that I've been to have had only 50 minutes a week, and that's not really a lot, especially nowadays with obesity. So I feel like the most important thing would be to keep the kids moving at all times. They would come in, and immediately we would go into a stretch routine, and then from there we would go into like a relay system where we're doing things like high knees and bottom kickers and sprints and things of that nature, and then we would get into a unit, a gameplay, whatever that unit may be. It could be softball, it could be soccer, it could be hockey, but I feel like it's important to keep the kids engaged and doing different things as much as possible.
So what would be your top 3 goals in your physical education class? What do you hope that the students will achieve?
I hope the students have fun. I hope the students know that PE is a place where they can come and express themselves, and let's see. Another goal would be to have them improve in everything that they do. I want to have pre-assessments for each unit, and I want to have the kids be able to see that and grow during the lessons, and show improvement on their post-test scores each time.
I know you said some stuff earlier about some of the things that you would do in class, talking about warm-ups and stuff, but could you briefly just give me some details of what, if I were to walk in and see what you're doing, what would a 30 to 45 minute class look like? What kind of things would I see?
Yeah, the stretch routine, we would start sitting down and go through all our leg stretches, and then we would stand and do our back stretches and our arm stretches, and then our relays would be, like I said, it'd be high knees and bottom kickers and sprints and karaoke, shuffles, and then we would sit down for a second and I would explain what we're doing that day, and usually if it was a game, we would split the teams up, and we would go over rules, and then I would walk through certain things. If it was a new unit, I would teach the new skills. So like if it was baseball, for instance, I would show proper throwing form, show proper hitting off of a tee. If it were kickball, it would be the proper way to kick. If it was physical fitness testing, it would be the proper way to do a push-up or the proper way to do a sit-up. We would talk about pacing on our mile times, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Sounds good. So we, at our school, we have different levels. You know, we have 6th through 8th grade at our school, and so just physically, the 6th graders and 8th graders are going to be different at different levels on just athleticism and ability. But also we have kids with disabilities. We have kids, you know, that have learning disabilities. We have ones with physical disabilities. We even have a kid in a wheelchair. So what kind of ways would you differentiate the instruction to meet those students' needs?
First of all the students that are disabled, I would just have them sit down the whole hour while all the fit students participate in the activities. And no, I'm just kidding. I would try to get everyone involved. I would differentiate my lessons in order to satisfy all the needs of all the students.
Okay. So parent involvement in the classroom is really big at our school. We want parents to know what's going on in the class. But how would you be able to resolve any conflicts between parents and teachers?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm very comfortable talking about
Right.
that. Standing in the doorway.